What's going on, Average Tech Guy here, and today we are back. More tech, more reviews. And with the release of Samsung's new One UI 6.0, since 6.0 has a lot of different more upgrades. So I got my S23 Ultra, and see what you can look forward to when you upgrade to Samsung One UI 6.0. So let's talk. Okay, so with Samsung One UI 6, you get a bunch of different upgrades. And these are just a few that I really appreciated. So when you swipe down, typically you're gonna get a bland, like quick panel. But now you get a very vivid quick panel with the brightness adjustment right here on the front. So that allows you to just toggle your brightness on the go. You don't have to do anything else. And then if you swipe that down one more time, you're gonna get a full instant quick panel, and you can change it up as you need to. You also get different applications that are basically the ones that we use most of the time, which are gonna be your Wi-Fi, your Bluetooth. They're separated up top. Dark mode is down here in this little box. And then your device control and smart view, which I'm always looking for, are now right there on that main device. So you don't have to worry about looking for it anymore. It's all right there. And speaking of looking for things, if you press that, it allows you to edit the top or full mode. It gives you quick access to your instant settings. If you swipe down, let's watch this. Go back to your home, and when you swipe down, and let me get it right, there we go. You come up high enough and you swipe all the way down, it gives you full access directly to that whole quick panel, and I like that a lot. It's one of my favorite things because it's really easy to maneuver in here and get through. Now, the other thing that's in the quick panel is going to be your new notifications. Now, typically the notifications are going to be stacked together, but as you can see right now, there are lines in between them, which basically makes it a lot easier for you to swipe, swipe, and swipe, and get rid of the ones that you don't need and keep the ones that you do. Once you swipe up, takes you back to your main home screen. Now, you do get more vivid notifications and things like that, which Samsung is really good about. But one of the other things that I really liked was the upgrade to the lock screen. So coming to our lock screen, we noticed that holding it down will allow us to edit it. Now, let's say you don't want your clock to be right there anymore. Well, if you tap on it, it allows you to change your clock to whatever you want it to be, as far as your fonts and things of that nature, but it also allows you to now change the positioning anywhere on this home display. And you can only use it on the top half, but that's still a big deal because if you notice, the widgets on the bottom, they swap places with the clock every time you go from side to side. And if you leave it right there, they just kind of hang out right there in the middle of the screen. So that is a big change. We used to be able to resize only, but now you can resize as long as you're staying within the boundaries of what they've given you, and then you can change sides as well. So I found that to be really interesting and really a nice little touch to what they're doing with this One UI 6. Next up, especially if you have small hands, really pay attention to this, because now you can actually drag and drop your devices or your applications using 2 fingers. So if you want to drag Instagram way back here to the 3rd page, boom, and drop it off. Or if you want to take it back where you got it from and drop it right back off there, you can now use 2 fingers to do that. Both hands simultaneously will work with this feature. Next up, you get some new emoji designs. So let's say you want to send some new emojis, and we're just gonna hit that emoji tab, and the emoji now look a little bit more active, more up to date, more high definition, should I say. They look a little bit better. They got better color. They got more highlights and things of that nature. So it's gonna be really interesting to see what new emojis will come out and which ones have been updated, but they look a lot better, a lot crisper, and a lot cleaner when you're putting them in your text. So now those are just a few of the smaller little details that I like, but one of the biggest ones is going to be the camera widget. Now, let's start the camera widget up. And if I can find my camera, there we go. Camera widget, boom. Put it here in the middle of the screen. And now this camera widget allows you to basically customize it. So you can name it what you want it, like video or whatever, and you choose your starting mode. So if you want it to start up in video mode on the rear camera, that's what you got. You name it video, which we'll do. Just like so. Hit save, and now every time we tap this, it opens up our camera video. Also, now this may not be a big deal to you guys, but can you see the grid? And can you see the level in the middle of the screen? So typically I've been using my Google Pixel 8 Pro, and it has that nice little level to level things out when you're using your camera. Well, now Samsung has actually added this to this device. If you go in the settings in your camera while it's open and you go to grid lines, once you turn the grid lines on, it automatically gives you that leveler. So that is a big thumbs up to Samsung, giving us that leveler. A lot of people been wanting it. We got it. And while we're actually in these settings, we're going to talk about the auto frames per second. When you click on here, it's going to record brighter videos at a low light condition, and it'll automatically optimize these in that frame rate. So keep it on. No matter what your lighting is, you're going to get the best, crispest video that you can get from this camera. I don't like that widget on my screen, so I'm going to get rid of it. But that is your option. They give you a bunch of different things that you can do. And one thing I forgot to mention while we were in the camera settings, they give you an option right up top now for all of your settings, 8K, UHD, FHD. So all this stuff is right at a touch of a button. And when you're done with it, push the screen and you're good to go. So I find that this is very easy to use, and a lot of people are gonna be able to have more fun with their Samsung device with these small, effective updates. Now, the next little thing that is very minor, but is major, like Google has been doing this already, but if you actually play some music, so we got to find the Samsung music player. There we go. And over the horizon, it's playing. Now, when it's playing and you swipe down, you get this nice. So now when it's playing and you swipe down, you get this nice little animation right here on the screen. And the actual bar that moves along with it has an animation as well, as you can see. So you get a bunch of different little nuances, a bunch of different small little things that make one big upgrade. And speaking of upgrades, we got a brand new set of weather widget apps. So if you come down to weather, we're going to tap on it. You now have 6 things that you can choose from instead of the traditional 4. So if you want to know the weather and news, if you want to know the dynamic weather, if you want to know what's really actively going on, we'll put that one on the screen and we will move it. And this would be a good time to use our two-handed method. So let's just hold it down until it's ready to move. And we will use the two-handed method to move it. And now you got an active weather or dynamic weather display. Once again, this cannot be like made any bigger, but it can be made smaller. And then you can just pop this anywhere on your device screen. We're gonna throw it down there in the left-hand corner, and that's what you got. So taking a page out of Apple's book, I do believe, you get customizable lock screens for different modes and routines. So if you actually go into your modes and routine settings, for sleep mode, you scroll down and you can change the appearance of your wallpaper. This is the wallpaper you'll have during your sleep mode. You go back out, theater mode, go down, you can actually get a different customizable wallpaper. So we'll pick a dark one for our theater mode, and that's what we'll get. Hit done and you are good to go. For your exercise mode, once again, pick a different one, and we're gonna pick the tennis court since we're exercising. Done. And that is the lock screen we will have in each one of those modes. So if you go here and you turn on modes and we pick our exercise mode, when we go to our lock screen, boom, that is what we will get. So like I said before, and like I've said a couple of times, you are going to get a bunch of different small little updates that make this one huge update that we have right here for our Samsung device. Samsung actually gives us many more updates in Smart Suggestions, the Finder app, My Files, Samsung Pass, Settings, Accessibility, Digital Wellbeing, and the list can go on and on and on. So I'm gonna drop a link below directly to their website so you can go and check out all these features for yourself. But this has been what I like about this new One UI 6 update. Okay, so that's it. We got a lot of new upgraded features in this device, from the notification center to things in the cameras, to the gallery, to emojis. Like, it's a lot of different things that are in this. And if you want to know more about it, you can go directly to Samsung's website. I'll drop that link below so you can get a full grasp of everything that they have new in this One UI 6.0. But until next time, hopefully this has been able to help someone out. Average Tech Guy out. Peace.